everybody. Welcome back to Coffee and the Tea. So glad you decided to stop by and see what I was sipping on, which would be my trusty coffee as usual, and see what kind of tea I am spilling, which I have some good tea today. You're going to have to excuse my glass. This is a glasses day. As my tribe grow and my tribe get used to me, they'll know that some days I'm going to show up with glasses like this because I didn't want to put on makeup, but I still want to be, serving up my content. Um, so I put on glasses. All right, let's talk about the tea that we're going to spill today. We're going to spill some tea on the Derricos. They are this huge family that has a TV show on TLC called Doubling Down with the Derricos. They have 13 minor children and one adult child, which, if you call it adult, 18-year-old. Their oldest is 18, and they have 14 kids. Uh, and they got a divorce. They filed on the 14th, on the 4th, and I think it was granted on the 6th, but we'll get into the article. And then we're also going to talk about Abby and Brittney. If you don't know who Abby and Brittney is, then you probably hadn't watched Discover Health or this Discover Channel, or I think even maybe TLC. They are the conjoined twins. They have one full body and two heads. And I started watching them a while ago. They are adults now and they've gotten married. So we're going to talk about that. Um, Very interesting. I'll show you a picture of their husband. Well, I'll explain when I get there. And then we're also going to talk about Cynthia Bailey and Kim Zodiac, former uh, former Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we're also going to talk a little bit about Kenya Moore. I don't know if she's presently a housewife or she's a former housewife. There's some things that have gone down, so she's kind of in purgatory. I don't know where, if she's former, if she's present, but we'll figure it out together. Okay, let's get to the Derricos. Doubling down with the Derricos. Let me show you a picture of their family. This is a picture of the Derricos. It is 14 kids, mom and dad. And I don't think grandmama is in there, but I know on the show she is around quite a bit. Grandmom is, and the grandmom is his mother. Okay. And here's a picture of just the two of them together. And when I saw this picture, I said to myself, I shouldn't have known they was going to be getting a divorce. Look at how she's looking at him, and look how he's looking. Excuse my blind. I'm using natural lighting, and I'm getting a glare from the blind. But can you see him? Well, with 13 minor children, 14 total, they got a divorce. Let's read, and let me read the article. I got it from people.com, and then we'll discuss. Doubling down with the Derricos. Dion and Karen Derrico are divorced. And this was like a bombshell that hit on Friday. Anybody who's a fan of this show, which, like, I am a fan of this show, um, I saw them through a lot of trials and tribulations. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? They ain't got a divorce. And you don't smell a hint of that on the show. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the article. It said, doubling down with the Derricos, Dion and Karen Derrico are divorced, splitting custody of their 13 minor children. The pair has documented the challenges of parenting 14 children on their TLC series, Doubling Down with the Derricos. That's where I discovered them. Doubling down with the Derricos, Dion and Karen Derrico are ending their marriage. The reality stars who chronicle the challenges of parenting 14 children on their TLC series filed for divorce on June 4th, and it became official 2 days later on June 6th, when the judge signed off on the split, according to TMZ. Now I know they live in Las Vegas. That's where the show is. The setting of the show is Las Vegas. I know, and I know you can get married in Las Vegas the same day. Like if I'm in Vegas, I said I think I want to get married. You can just go and get married. Is divorce that quick too in Vegas? Do people go and get divorces in 2 days in Vegas? If you know, drop it in the comments because wow, I got a divorce and it did not take 2 days. It took a while. It took a minute. So that's what was really shocking to me. Well, all of it's shocking to me. You have 14 kids and you're going to divorce? Who would want either one of y'all? That's what I'm saying. 14 kids. Come on now. Okay, let's get back to it and we shall discuss. The reality stars who chronicled their challenges of parenting 14 children on the TLC series filed for divorce on June 4th, and it became official 2 days later on June 6th, when the judge signed off on the split, according to TMZ. The pair are splitting legal and physical custody of their 13 children, per legal document obtained by the outlet. People have reached out to TLC for comment. I bet TLC ain't saying nothing. Dion and Karen, who got married in 2005, are the parents of. Now, this is a breakdown of the children's age. They have a 13-year-old. They have twin 12-year-olds. They have a quintuplet 10-year-olds. They have they have 4-year-old triplets, and they have the 18-year-old. That and she is a slight looking lady. She is not a big lady at all. If you watch the show, you'll see that she's not a big lady to carry all those kids. My 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 my. Mm. And it says Dion will pay 1100. I wanted to say 11,000 because I couldn't believe it when I first saw it. It's $1,166 in child support per month for 13 minor children. And Karen will be responsible for paying the children's medical insurance, according to the outlet. They must have had some good little pocket change to split from those TLC checks, because that don't sound right to me. You can spend $1,166 every 2 weeks on food for 14 kids, because they were a family of 16. Of course, and now he's gone, so it'll be or vice versa. Kids eat a lot, and they have a lot of boys. How did he get away with just paying $1,166? That's crazy to me. Let's read on. Karen also plans to keep the name Derrico, as she didn't request for her maiden name to be restored. Why would she? She got 14 children by this man. and the judge approved in the settlement. So, yeah, what do y'all think? I feel really bad that this family has broken down, and it really had to be something that was is devastating for it to happen so quickly, and for them to divorce having that show, because a lot of times people would stay married just for the show. So it's and on the show they seem like they talk to one another. They have a very, really good rapport with each other. But that goes to show you, you cannot tell what's going on with people. You don't know. They put on a public face, and you think, oh, okay, they seem to be doing great and everything like that, and not so much. Not so much. Wow. Anyway, moving on, let's cover Miss Abby and Brittney. This is Abby and Brittney. If, like I said, if you ever watched Discovery Health, and I think TLC, you'll know Abby and Brittney. And let's read the article. It's also from people.com. You can go on and read the entirety of the article, but I'm just going to read a little bit and then we'll discuss. It says conjoined twins Abby and Brittney Housel shared video of wedding dance with Abby's husband Josh Brolin. Now, wonder how that worked. Now, Abby and Brittney has one body, two heads. Now, I wonder, is Brittney gonna get married? They gonna have two husbands with one body and two heads. What y'all think? But you know what? It's one thing about Abby and Brittney. Like I said, if you saw, you know, the shows about them on Discovery Health and Discovery, they are awesome young women. To overcome what they have had to overcome. Can you imagine everywhere you go, you know, that you're the center of attention? If you go to the grocery store, people are craning their neck looking at you. Or if you go out to dinner, everywhere you go. And these two extraordinary women have been able to overcome all of that. They went to college, they finished college, they became teachers. I'm telling you, I know because I watched all of it, all of the shows about them. So I have been following them since the beginning. And they went to college, they graduated, they became teachers. They had an issue with if they were going to pay both of them, as a teacher, was they going to pay both of them a salary or if they was going to pay one salary. I mean, it's extraordinary what they have overcome, and now they have found love. That goes to show you, that gives everybody hope that there's somebody out there for you. You just have to keep looking. And what I have saw so far, what I've seen so far from Josh is that Josh is a great guy. So, wow. So let's read a little bit more. It said on Thursday, June 13th, the sisters, 34 years old, posted a video on TikTok of themselves in a wedding dress as they danced with Abby's husband, nurse and United States Army veteran Josh Bolin, whom she tied the knot with on 2021. So they've been married a minute. Okay, they've been married almost 3 years. Though news of the nuptials was not made public until March 2024. That's what I'm saying. They've been married a minute. When Today reported the wedding had taken place, citing records obtained. The clip showed Abby and Brittney with their arms around Boland's neck and his hand resting on their waist as they swayed from side to side on what appeared to be a dance floor, which had lights set up around the edges of the floor to illuminate them. Although the former TLC reality, I knew it was TLC too, but it was Discover Health and Discovery too. It said, although the former TLC reality stars didn't add a caption to the post, the romantic moment was soundtracked by a remix of Adele's track Rolling in the Deep. Okay, here's a little picture of them. Kind of, can you see? Yeah, Brittney and Abby. Well, Abby's married. Brittney's not married. Here's another picture. This is when they were young, when I was watching them on TLC. See? They have one body, two heads. Amazing. Amazing. I only have just respect. Respect. Okay, let's go on. It said, as well as a wedding clip, the twins also had a message from their followers, a message for their followers on June 13th. An early TikTok video they posted the same day showed various clips of the twins together, including in a grocery store and applying makeup. And it was captioned with the message, "We know you think you know us. You know you think you know us." Uh, and they talked about the soundtrack track and whatever. It said the latest glimpse of Abby and Boland's wedding came after the twins shared more of their special day back in May. On May 4th, the sisters posted a compilation clip on TikTok. And you can go and click TikTok, TikTok, and put their name in. And you can just put in Abby and Brittney. It'll come up if you're curious. But I can't show it on here because I said I was not going to show any kind of video or anything on my channels because YouTube has just gotten so strict and they'll give you a strike. And listen, I am a TikToker with not many followers, and so I am going to, I mean, not a TikTok, but a YouTube content creator with not that many followers. So I'm gonna toe the line, if you know what I mean. But you can go on TikTok and see it. Okay. Uh, let's see. Basically, that's pretty much it. It's no more insight and whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if Brittney and Abby didn't have a baby. My whole thing is this. And this is a question that I would love to ask them. It is not my business. Like I said, I find them fascinating. I find them inspiring. I find them incredible. I find them, and I saw a TikToker that was saying that she met them one time and they were helping out. This is when they were in college. They was helping out at some kind of function or something like that. And she said at first she felt really kind of intimidated and scared because it was such a shock. She had never saw anything like that before. And she said, but as you start to get to know them and whatever, they're so much fun and so sweet that you forget. And you're talking to Brittney, you're talking to Abby. You forget there's only one body for Brittney and Abby. I know when I used to watch them on TLC and Discover Health, they were amazing. So I'm not shocked that Josh found um, something attractive about them. Yeah, and they have managed to make a normal life out of the abnormal. Good for you, Brittney and Abby. Good for you, girls. Well, grown women now, they 34 years old. Wow. Wow. But my question is, and I'm gonna move on after this. I want to. They said Josh is Abby's husband. Brittany's not married to him. I want to do Brittany get a? Does she get her own husband too? Wow. How they work that one out? I know their mother said that when they were little, they thought they were never going to walk because Abby controlled one side of the body and Brittany controls the other side of the body. So they just never thought that they were going to be able to walk or anything like that. And they overcame and they walk and now they run and they do everything that they want to do. Like I said, I wouldn't be beside it. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have a baby. But that's a big thing to overcome, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. I bet Brittany does get her husband. I bet she does. All right, y'all, let's move on. Well, we're going to talk about Cynthia Bailey and Kim Zodiac. Well, we all know if you are a RHOA fan or was a fan long time ago like I was. I'm not an up-to-date fan. I was a fan a long time ago. I kind of fell off watching a lot of the reality shows, but now that I am doing this channel, I am going to go back to watching some reality shows. Now I was going to start with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, their new season that's coming up, but it doesn't look like they're going to have one, and we'll talk about that a little later. So if you would drop in the comments some suggestions of some reality shows. I think I'm gonna watch 90 Day Fiance. I used to watch that all the time. And like I said, I kind of fell off watching reality shows. So I might have to start with that because look like the Real Housewife of Atlanta might not come back. But let's talk about Kim and Cynthia, and then we'll go to Miss Kenya Moore and what's going on with her and why they've halted production at for the new season. I think it's season 16. But anyway, let's talk about this. It says RHOA veterans Cynthia Bailey and Kim Zodiac to star in a reality show together, will live in the same house, compete for money, and Nene allegedly turned down the offer. Let's unpack that. I heard that Nene was having money problems. I wonder why she would turn this down unless she just did not want to work with Cynthia or she did not want to work with Kim. I don't know why she would turn it down. Uh, Hold on just a moment. I got to take care of my dog. Okay. So why Nene would turn that down? Not my business. I love Nene. I am not coming for Nene, so don't think I'm coming for Nene. I'm just wondering. I'm just answering questions. That's what we do on this channel. We ask questions. But I know Kim is so happy. She is happy as a pig in mud that she got this show because her and Croy is struggling on all kinds of levels. I heard that they did was able to save the house, and it must have been her securing this bag right here is the reason why they were able to work something out to secure the house to keep it from going back into foreclosure. So I know she is happy, but her and Croy are not, I mean, they're divorcing, but he lives in the top, she lives in the bottom. Um, and he is still clowning on her. And she act like she's, kind of moved on, but he's clowning. And to me, she's in a very dangerous situation. Because when you have a man clowning like that, taking your phone, doing all that kind of stuff, that's not good. But because if you go and Google Kim Zodiac and Croy, what is Croy's last name? Belmer or Bomer or something like that. But just say Kim and Croy from Real Housewives of Atlanta. It should come up. All the the police surveillance videos of the police showing up at the house. At one time, one of the babies called the police. I mean, it was a mess. And I would say maybe 2 weeks back, the police was called when he took her phone, and she called the police because he had took her phone. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But it must be nice to be able to call the police for just somebody taking your phone and you don't get your life taken away from you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But her and Cynthia is going to be in this show, and evidently, is other people going to be in it with them? It's going to be on Hulu. It say if you've been hoping for Kim Zodiac and Cynthia Bailey in your life, or would just like to see them possibly backstab each other, you're in luck. The two spent 3 seasons together on The Real Housewives of Atlanta years ago. Now they're back with each other, orbiting while competing for $1 million on a brand new Hulu reality show called Got to Get Out. And I'm telling you, I think Cynthia is really good with her money. And also she's coming back on, well, if the Real House of Atlanta come back, she's supposed to be coming back as a friend. So that's a good little paycheck for her. And she seemed to be really good with her money. She has some brand deals and whatnot. So I think she's pretty good. But Kim need that money. Kim needs that money. And like I said, I would be scared to be in there with Kim needing that money like that. Because Kim is going to knife everybody. And if you think she's not, I don't know what to say about you. You gullible. Because if you think Kim is not going to knife everybody in there for that $1 million, come on now. Come on now. I'll tell you what, when it comes out, I will cover it, and we'll discuss it on here, each episode. But I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna get all the way to the finale. If it's not good, I'm not gonna watch it all the way through. I'll just say it's not good, and y'all would have to convince me different in the comments. All right, y'all, we're gonna let that go. Oh, and yeah, and I wanted to talk about Kenya, who is a real housewife too. Miss Kenya is in a pickle. This is the headline in TMZ. This is where I found that. It said flunked her orals. What kind of headline they got that from? Suspended over alleged Brittney 80 oral sex poster. Real Housewife of Atlanta star Kenya Moore has been suspended from the show indefinitely. This after she unveiled a poster of a newcomer, Brittney Edie. Edie, I think that's the way you pronounce it. Allegedly performing oral sex at her hair spa's grand opening. Now, the way they worded that is weird because it sounds like she was, doing it at the spa, the act. But what it was, they said Kenya made a poster of it and unveiled the poster of her allegedly doing this. Okay. According to the New York Post, Bravo was filming at the cast event where Kenya revealed an X-rated image of Edie, however, was not present for the reveal. So she did it and she wasn't there. An intimate photo was allegedly easily accessible online. Apparently, Edie had allegedly made a threat to more involving the word sometime prior to the event. According to the Post, Kenya was never threatened with a and no ever was present during the production. An investigation into the matter has been launched. I'm flabbergasted and floored. Uh, RHOA star Drew Sidora, who was at the party, tweeted afterwards. Once the scandal was reported, Kenya posted on Instagram stating, "Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. The truth always comes to the light." All right, let's discuss. Kenya is not a stupid girl. I'm gonna say it up front so you won't have to figure it out. I am Team Twirl. I'm a Team Twirl. I have always been a Team Twirl. Way back when she was that whole situation with Apollo and all that kind of stuff. I always was on Kenya's side. Okay, get that out the way. Uh, Kenya is not stupid, and if anybody has ever have ever heard of optical delusions, optical hallusion. What is the word? Optical. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I tell you, sometimes the words don't want to come out, but I believe that's what it is. And I know they are talking about revenge P. That's what it is, and it's this and it's that. But they say it's easily accessible online. And if I understand the criteria of revenge P, it don't fall in that category. So I don't know. And I also know too, they always, want to come for Kenya. It's as if they never learn. Because if you come for Kenya, Kenya is always gonna have a response. She is not one of them girls who take it and take it and take it. She's not that girl. If you come for her, her mantra is, "Don't come for me unless I send for you." She said it all the time, and she means that. Don't come for me unless I send for you. And it's my understanding that this new girl was coming for Kenya, and they all do. And they never learn. Kenya is not to be trifled with. Anybody who has watched Real Housewives of Atlanta know that Kenya has tussled with the big dogs. Okay? Kenya runs with the big dogs like Nene and Marlo and what's her name? The one what is her name? I can't think of her name. Oh Lord, what is her name? But anyway, Kenya runs with the big dogs. And you, if you're a puppy, you need to stay on the porch. Okay? You need to stay on the porch. Because it's a lot of people. I mean, Phaedra. Phaedra. That's the name I was trying to come up with. Phaedra. And you have to admit, those are the big dogs. Phaedra, Nene, them big dogs. And Kenya hadn't let up off of nobody. She do not quiver in the presence of anybody. So why are you trying to run with the big dogs? Phaedra couldn't do nothing with her. Nene couldn't do nothing with her. No, she couldn't. I mean, it's plenty of people have tried and all has failed. And the gag is she don't mess with nobody unless they mess with her. She don't mess with nobody unless they mess with her. You know, Marlo, a big dog. You don't care. And Nene is the biggest of the dogs. They ever came on Real Housewives, period. And Kenya came on and held her own. So I don't know all that's going on and stuff like that. But one of my creators, that's on TikTok, said it'll come out in the washing and the rinsing, and it will come out in the washing and the rinsing. I think she said the washing and the arranging. So it'll come out in the washing and the arranging. Okay. All right. I didn't say it in the beginning, but we have to have our regular segment of stupid people doing stupid stuff. And of course, I got a doozy for today. Let me find it. It might take me a minute to find it, but hold on. We got a doozy. I'm telling you, we got a doozy. We got a doozy. Okay, here we are. You ready? You ready? Teacher found nude in the back of a car with a high school student, police says. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A doozy, a doozy. Okay, here she is. Here she is. She is a typical pedo school teacher, blonde, of the Caucasian persuasion. Yo, if you look up teacher sleeping with the student, they always look like that. That's the blueprint right there. All right, let's talk on. We'll read. Let me read, and then we'll discuss. It says teacher found nude in the back of the car with a high school student. Police says a 45-year-old married teacher identified as Erin Ward was discovered undressed with one of her high school students, according to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. An Omaha teacher, so I guess it's in Nebraska, has been arrested after local police said she was found in a compromising position with a teen student in Lincoln, Nebraska. Law enforcement have identified the woman as 45-year-old Erin Ward and say they arrested the substitute teacher on Saturday. She has been charged with one count of felony SA by a school employee. Per ABC affiliate KLKN TV, Douglas County Police deputies got a call about a suspicious vehicle that was parked at the dead end of a road at 3 a.m. When the deputies arrived on the scene, they claimed to have seen two individuals in the back seat of a gray 2015 Honda Pilot SUV. One of the individuals is said to have scrambled into the driver's seat and hit the gas in an apparent attempt to escape authorities. The deputy said the vehicle crashed into a yard 2 blocks away. Most stupid stuff. More stupid stuff. The driver is said to have fled on foot. Why are you fleeing? You left your car. I guess, she is of the persuasion that she probably could say her car was stolen. And they probably would have believed it, but you leave your car, your tag, come on now. Did you take your pocketbook? Uh, okay. One of the individuals is said to have scrambled. Oh, well, I read that. The driver is said to have fled on foot wearing no clothes whatsoever. The 45-year-old teacher didn't have no clothes on at all. Oh, no, 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 no. It wasn't him. It wasn't her driving. It was him. He was later identified as the victim, 17-year-old male. When law enforcement caught up with him roughly an hour later, by then he had undergarments on. Meanwhile, the other person in the vehicle was found still putting her clothes on in the back seat by the deputy. During the search of the vehicle, the authority found Omaha Public School employee ID. It was then the deputies claimed Erin Ward said she was a substitute teacher at various metro area schools, including Omaha Burke High School. Law enforcement said Ward admitted to them that she had with the 17-year-old male student at Burke's, according to KLKN TV. The sub and the student are said to have been treated for minor injuries related to the crash. Ward is said to be married. An investigation is ongoing. 45 years old with a 17-year-old. And boy, excuse me, let me fix my camera. Boy, does she fit the profile, doesn't she? What is it? I mean, I'm from a very small town, and that even happened in one of our schools where a teacher was sleeping with a student. A woman teacher was sleeping with a student in a very, very small community. Sure was. I don't know. I don't know. And of course, she was married with children. Yeah. I just don't understand the attraction to these little boys that they have. Well, I don't know. But all I know is very stupid because you have destroyed two families. His family, because they're going to have to deal with that. They're going to have to pick up the pieces. And your family, you're married. Hmm. I mean, what can you say in this instance? And I know when I was going to school, it was not something that was clearly known, but it was definitely like the scuttlebutt within our school that it was a teacher who was sleeping, a woman teacher who was sleeping with, the young boys. And that's been some time because I'm an old head, so this stuff has been going on for a minute. We watch our little girls, but our little boys, they're in danger too. And a lot of times we be thinking it's the male pedos, but we have to look out for the female pedos too with our little boys. I remember when my little boys were little, I watched them like hawks, and when they got up some size, enough to go in the men's bathroom by themselves, I stood at the door. And we had a code word that they had to yell out if anybody said anything to them. And, it's SWAT coming up in there because I'm coming in and we gonna have to lay it down if you think you're gonna do something to my little boy. So I know that this mother, even though her son was 17 years old, he's still a little boy. Still a boy. And this 45-year-old woman, I know his mother was smoking hot because I would have been smoking hot. Oh my God, look how long I have go. I got to go in and I just had such good stuff today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, think about subscribing, joining my tribe. I do this every day. If you like good stories, especially my stupid people do stupid stuff, I do that every day because it's an endless supply of stupid people. So join my tribe, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload. Because, like I said, I don't upload at the same time every day. And give me a thumbs up so I can fight this algorithm. Because when you're a new content creator, YouTube don't give you no slack with their algorithm. So, like I said, I got it, still got it on my neck, but maybe one day I'll get it off. All right, y'all. See you later. Bye.